ghosts, snakes, heights, the dark. What is the common denominator? Fears. We all have them, and we all struggle to avoid them. But statistically, the most common fear in the Western world is public speaking. And I not only resonate with this as I give this speech today, but it is ironically the reason that I'm giving it. I would like to use this opportunity to embody the words of author Glennon Doyle. If you can't beat fear, just do it scared. Fear is a natural part of life. It can hold us back, it can prevent us from achieving our goals, or it can motivate us to take action and accomplish great things. Throughout history, some of the most remarkable accomplishments have been achieved in the face of fear and uncertainty. From Neil Armstrong's historic risk to become the first person to set foot on the moon, to Stephen Hawking's relentless determination to pursue his passion for science despite the debilitating effects of his disease. These accomplishments of courage and bravery were not achieved without fear, but rather in defiance of it. As we reflect on our time in high school, I'm sure each of us can recall a time when we've experienced fear. Perhaps it was before a tryout, a competition or performance, an important test or project, or the last day of your lifelong sport. Despite the fear and uncertainty, we pushed forward and persevered. These moments of bravery and determination have helped shape us into the individuals that we are today, and they serve as a reminder that we are capable of overcoming our fears. Our time here at West has taught us that true growth comes when we challenge ourselves and confront our fears. As we leave this school and embark on our own journeys, let us embrace the unknown and take risks, even if it means doing it scared. Whether it's fear of failure, fear of rejection, or fear of the unknown, remember that we are all capable of accomplishing great things, even if we don't feel entirely comfortable doing so. As we walk across this stage, we are faced with countless opportunities and paths to take. While I know exactly what I want to do and the steps that I'm going to take to get there, you may be surprised to hear that I'm jealous of those who don't. Those of you who have no idea what you want to do still have the creativity to choose. But even those of us who have already chosen still have the freedom to change, because the future is never set in stone, and it may take some unexpected turns. But if there's anything we've learned through 64 semester classes in 4 years, it's how to adapt. You may not be where you want to be now, and in 5 or 10 years, you may still not be, but it will never be too late to get there. Let us take inspiration from one of the most renowned painters of all time, Grandma Moses. She didn't create her first painting until she was 78 years old, and yet she became a celebrated artist. Her entire life, she was told what her role was and who she was supposed to be. But when she was all that was left of her family, she discovered what she truly loved. It was never too late for her, and it will never be too late for us. So while graduation is a big accomplishment, it is only the beginning of what we can achieve. If you ever feel stuck, look at how much time you have left. Yet, even then, if you feel as though you are running out of time and have so much left to do, use today as an example of how much you have already accomplished. And lastly, remember that everything in life is temporary, because life itself is temporary. The good moments like this, they're temporary. Make sure you live in these moments and fully experience them. Don't take them for granted. The bad moments are just as important. Sit with them and learn from them, but remember what they are: temporary. Although it may have felt like a race to reach this point, to graduate and move on to the next chapter of your life, remember that life is not a race. It isn't about who gets there first, but rather how you experience the journey. So to each and every one of you, I want to emphasize that I'm not just speaking to a crowd, but directly to you. Don't just hear me, but listen when I tell you that you can overcome your fears, because you already have. Thank you.